The M2 Pro is the latest head strap for the Oculus Quest 2 by BOBO VR. The original M2 has been around for a while now, but the Pro version includes what BOBO VR call infinity battery life, by having the option of purchasing extra hot swappable batteries to the one provided in the box, using them in rotation and effectively allowing you constant use of your Quest 2. BOBO VR sent me a unit and an extra battery to try out, so it's only fair I give you a few of my thoughts on how, in my opinion, the M2 Pro holds up. So let's take a look.
Immersed robot.
So once again, it's the quality that is the first thing that hits you regarding this head strap. This is the second BOBO VR product I've used, the first one being the F2 fan, and they definitely know how to make high quality products that just work. I previously used the Elite battery strap by Oculus on my Quest 2, and I actually really like that head strap. I know that there have been issues with it cracking for quite a few people, but I seem to have been one of the lucky ones, and mine hasn't really had any issues at all, and I've owned it since the Quest 2 launch. I got it on the release of the Quest 2 as well, but that doesn't stop the fact that it does have known issues with cracking anyway. But I do like having that extra battery power included on the strap, and this is something of course that carries over to the M2 Pro as well. Fitting the M2 Pro is very easy, as you'd expect. You just slide the plastic onto the two arms on the headset and then thread the small black Velcro support strap onto the front. But when I first put it on, I found that I did need to make some small adjustments to really dial in the fit. Initially, I felt like it was rocking a little bit more on my head than the Oculus strap, but then after raising the forehead pad slightly, I found it to be much better then, and it seemed much more stable then. The M2 Pro comes with one included 5200 mAh battery, which is actually more than the 4676 mAh battery on the Elite strap. The battery attaches with magnets on the back of the strap and it locks in place. I doubt there is any chance at all the battery will come off during use. The magnets they use are very strong, and you can feel that when you attach it, it just locks in place. There is no moving it at all. So if that's a concern for some of you out there that it might come flying off during a mid-play session or something like that, I doubt that very much will ever happen. As I mentioned, there is also the option to purchase extra batteries, and this will effectively supply constant power, which is one of the best features of this head strap. Once the battery is connected, it will automatically supply power to the Quest 2, but you can double click the button on the battery to turn off power if you want to do that for whatever reason. And overall, by having the battery and the extra weight on this strap, it really balances the headset out well. Although when compared to the standard Elite battery strap, the M2 Pro does come in slightly heavier overall. Although this probably is expected due to the overall design, it's a little bit more bulky, and the larger battery size as well of course add to the weight. But the weight is distributed away from resting so much on your face, and although it felt very similar in comfort overall to the Elite strap for me, if you're still using the default cloth strap of the Quest 2, then this will be a huge upgrade in comfort. And I tried playing a few rounds of 11 table tennis and pistol whip, which both forced me to move around while using the head strap, and with the tightening dial on the back of the headset locked in, it did feel great. It felt stable overall. There was some very slight movement, I guess due to the extra overall weight, but it wasn't excessive, and I did find that as I tried different positions I was able to mitigate this overall. So I'm a huge fan of this M2 Pro head strap. It feels great and has some really nice features which aren't on very many other head straps. So when comparing this with the standard Elite battery strap by Oculus, I'd say that comfort and weight are very comparable. Overall comfort probably very slightly better on the M2 Pro, but there's not a lot in it for me anyway. But with everything considered, there are some significant advantages this headset has. The hot swappable batteries being the most obvious one, and this is something I can't really emphasize enough, because just knowing that you have that constant power by using the batteries in rotation, it just means that there's one less thing to think about when you're using your Quest 2. It almost eliminates any battery power concerns at all. But the other major advantage of the M2 Pro comes when we look into the price. This head strap with one included battery is half the price of the Elite battery strap by Oculus. So the M2 Pro retails at $59 in the US and £59 here in the UK. The B2 extra battery costs $29 or £29 in the UK if you want to use that hot swappable feature. And the M2 should be arriving back in stock on Amazon next week, I've been told, so if you are interested, make sure you check it out because these are selling out quite quickly by all accounts. But just to finish off, it's always good to receive a product like this because it makes a review type video like this one far easier to do when it's easy to recommend as the M2 Pro is. There really aren't too many downsides with this head strap at all, other than perhaps the very slight overall weight increase over the Elite battery strap, but this is easily mitigated by the overall design and the balancing, which they seem to have got just right. So the M2 Pro is an easy recommend for me if you're in the market for a new head strap for your Quest 2. But that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Please consider picking up my science fiction virtual reality focused novel, The Memory Engine, a light-hearted tongue-in-cheek adventure through the metaverse, available on Amazon Kindle, paperback and as an Audible audiobook. Links in the description to this video.